Hey guys, my name is Jeff Rojas. I'm a commercial and editorial photographer based out of New York City. Today I'm going to talk about charging what you're worth, how to charge what you're worth. And that's simple. For you to charge what you're worth, you have to understand, well, first what you're worth, but also what your value is to your client. And the second part of that is pretty much going to be most of this video, which is understanding what your client deems is valuable so you can charge what you're worth. Now, regardless if you decide your worth is $100 or $10,000 or $100,000, you have to be able to justify why you cost that. That's the premise of this video, why you should charge what you're worth. So effectively this, if a client looks at you and says, our budget is $10,000, and you said, well, my rates are $15,000, you're gonna have to articulate exactly why you're worth $15,000, unless they can, if they can find extra assets to be able to pay you. You have to be able to provide that much extra value for them to deem you as valuable. So let's talk about value. What a client deems as valuable is just what they deem as important, what they value most. So I am a commercial photographer and I harp on this all the time, which is my clients deem the images that I have as valuable because it sells the products that they're trying to sell. If those images help drive more sales, my images become more valuable to them. So if I can be able to put together some images that resonate more with their client base, ultimately they find that is more valuable. As a wedding photographer, for example, what's valuable to your consumer base? As a wedding photographer, it's obviously taking images of those specific shots of the wedding and making sure that you can take every single image that they have and capture those memories. But more so than that, it's 2018. What are brides interested in 2018? Speed. They want images faster. They want to see those images faster. And a lot of you photographers are producing images 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks out of the time period. If you can basically, from a standpoint of a business person, say, I can shoot equally as well, but for an extra 500, an extra 1,000, I can get that done in a week. You have a lot more value to that specific client. You're in a position where you can charge more for the product that you're able to produce because you're aligning with their key business objectives or what they find is valuable. You have to understand how to charge what they effectively deem as valuable. Now, that goes into any business. Ultimately, I'm looking at photography from the standpoint of a business person. How do you draw more income from the audience that you're trying to sell to? Value is subjective. But in order for you to establish what's valuable to your clients, there's only one thing that you have to do really well, and that's solely ask questions. What's valuable to you? What's important to you? When you can start understanding what's valuable to a client, you're in a better position to negotiate with them and say, this is why I'm worth this much. If you don't understand what they deem as valuable, let's say price is the only thing that they care about. They can care anything else. They don't care about anything else aside from price. That might not be your client that you want, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with saying no to a client. But if you see that that's all they find is valuable and nothing else is what you're able to articulate is valuable to them, that may not be your ideal client. And there's, again, nothing wrong with that. But when you can find a client whose values align with what you're billing, now you're in the perfect playing field for charging what you're worth. So again, to charge what you're worth, you have to understand what the client deems is valuable. You have to understand why that's valuable, and then you have to align your specific rates and what you're producing to those values. It's a very simple process when you can look at it from that perspective. And that goes with any product that's being sold in the marketplace. This isn't just standard to photography. Anything that you produce should have more value or equal value to what you're charging. And when that happens, then you can charge what you're worth. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, leave those in the comment section below. I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day.